Whoa. We need a microphone. There. Hello. Hi, everybody. Radical Gardener. Let's see. What's the hair doing today? How y'all doing? Yeah. Well, it is 2:30 in the afternoon, and it's dark out. Gee, I sure don't want to leave Michigan. Honestly. Got my cup. Today it's peppermint tea. And today I'm going to talk about the organizing I've been doing. But let's see. Today is Wednesday, 26th, 27th, something like that. It's 50 degrees out, which is crazy. And the winds are, 50 miles an hour. And it's really dark. And, could be worse. We could be one of the ones getting all the snow. We're not. So you'll never guess what I did. I downloaded a webcam from the area I'm moving to. How do you say it? Is it Flagler Beach? I'm just getting to know the names, but anyways, it's a beach that's right by my house, and so I can look at the webcam. Look at the sun. Oh, and it has sound too. I can hear the waves coming in. It's awesome. So you get them, Steve. No, just leave them alone. Leave them alone. Stop it. Okay. Kids, they will be kids, won't they? Hey, enough. Stop it. Leave macaroni alone. Okay. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing. But I want to talk about something I forgot to mention. Well, Pete had said to me, that it all just... he sent me an email. One of the subscribers, and Pete's been with this channel for a long time. He's an awesome guy. And Pete had said, God, it's just so crazy how fast you sold that house, and then you bought another house, and within days of each other, and he said you were planning on really going to the Panhandle, and then last minute you just were drawn to go over to St. Augustine, and he said it just... he's saying, I think there's, something's up, meaning like, was it that St. Joseph statue that you planted out in the front yard? But you know what it really is, you guys? It's the fact that I listen to my inner voice. And if you listen to that inner voice that's yelling loud, you can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong. And it just like everything just goes boom, 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 and it just happens. So, but here's another thing. So Alice, another subscriber on the channel, I end up becoming friends with people, that follow the channel. You guys you're just so smart, really, really smart. But Alice said, "Hey, is St. Augustine on a ley line, on a vortex?" I thought, wow, is it? So I started digging. I spent about an hour. And it turns out that there's, of course, these vortexes, these energy centers, really all over the world. And I was familiar with some of the ones that were here in this country because when I was studying Kabbalah in mystery school, we actually had a women's group where we would do a meditation where we would go around, and there were people from all over the country, women from all over the country, and we would on a conference call, we'd go around to these energy centers, and then we would just do a kind of a prayer for each really vortex. So, one of them was Mount Shasta. One was like Mount Rainier. I'm trying to remember where they were. Actually, there's one in Michigan. But Detroit is a real energy center because of all the water. Don't forget, if you go down to the Detroit River, if you go left or right, you can go all the way around the world on the waterways because it empties out into Lake St. Clair, which empties out into one of the Great Lakes, Port Huron, which doesn't that empty out to, what is it, the St. Lawrence Seaway? I don't know, but it you can get out and go around the world on the waterways from Detroit. So there's a lot of water here. But I digress. So anyways, I'm looking, and one of the huge energy centers is right where they built Disney World. I mean, right there. I mean, on top of it. And another one is right next to Bermuda, where supposedly, and I believe this, that's where Atlantis was. I think Atlantis was off the coast of Bermuda, hence Bermuda Triangle, and there is a vortex there if you follow the ley lines. You can look up like energy grid maps or ley line maps, on the internet, and they all pretty much match up. So, but in St. Augustine, where I'm living, or just a little bit south of Augustine, is very interesting because the ley line coming up from where Disney World is, and the ley line that's coming up from where the Bermuda Triangle was, goes, here's St. Augustine in the middle, and they go right. So it's just sitting in between these really powerful ley lines. So if not on top of one of the lines. So, and it's really fascinating because someone on one of those maps that I was looking at, if you connect different energy points, they're forming like pyramids all over the globe when you connect by line these energy grids. It's so interesting. It really is. So, I told you I was really drawn to go down there, and I belonged to mystery school for a long time, and we were taught that the mystery school, there's 7 mystery schools all over the world, and that they were teachers, the people that started the mystery schools, because they were very secret in their day when they were formed. The mystery schools were teachers that had left Atlantis right before Atlantis had sunk, because they knew ahead of time, and so they brought the teachings out with them. So, believe it or not, I don't know. I believed it for a long time, and now it's like I don't really know. Maybe that's true. Maybe it isn't true. I know I got a lot of information that seemed pretty valuable, pretty spectacular. But then there was a lot of it I thought, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right? So, and those schools were, let's see, Colorado, so in the Rocky Mountains. Where else? Or was that the modern day mystery school? And Transylvania, which is where my people are from, so I found that pretty interesting. Ethiopia, Tibet. I can't remember where the other ones are. It's been a long time. Anyway, so there you go. A little schooling on the energy grids. All right, so I got all my teas, and I'll show it to you, when I'm wrapping this video up. But I got them all organized, except for I went and got all my bags, and I have about 10 of them down here that had my herbs in it. So this one is cilantro that I dried. And remember, I told you this is the best way to dry your herbs. And let's see how that dried. Oh, wow. Completely dry cilantro. Oh, wow. That's fantastic. And let's see, what else do I have here? So that's for my herbs. This is fennel. Wow, it smells like fennel. So that's my fennel tea. Fennel. There's a lot of it there too. Mint. I love making tea from mint in the garden. There's nothing like it. And I still have some out there. It looks pretty good. I may grab that tomorrow. It smells spectacular. And that dries so nice. You can see. Yep. So, wow. Smell it. Okay. What else do we have? More fennel. So yeah, and then I put them in, like this is celery that I dried, dehydrated it. That is so fantastic in soups. It really is. That's my celery. And what's this one? Oh, greens. And what I do is I dehydrate my greens and I just mix them up because I sprinkle them in soup. That, you guys, that smells so good. It just smells so green. It really does. Like something you went in a health shake or that. Oh, fantastic. So, yeah, I'm finishing this up and I should be done with my seeds today. So those were 3 of my, things on my to-do list to have organized before I move. I do not want to be dealing with this when I get over to the new place. I want to, just put things away and I want things to be clean. And if they need to be painted, they're going to be painted here before they move. And I'm just not going to make more work for myself. I'm just going to really take my time and do it right. So that's what I'm doing. But I will show you my cupboard now. Turning this around. Of course, we've got macaroni. Macaroni. Hi, Mackie. Mackie's pissed off because I won't let him go outside. So I'll show you how great my tea looks. Look at that. That's like three rows just stacked with tea, and that's all labeled. You can't really see labels because I write it right on the jar. See, that one says raspberry. Pretty great, huh? So I have that. And then the teas I use a lot, I have in here. And then I also, someone gave me this, and this is great. It's like a tea holder, and I've got my teas in here. So I drink a lot of tea, and so does Joe. And Joe makes it up and puts it in big gallons, so we drink tea during the day, like out of big cider gallons. I'll show you that. See? So we have ginger peach and raspberry. But then I have more jars down here where, I have all my different spices and my herbs. Thyme, Swiss chard, and what does that say? Oh, lettuce. Yep. Mustard greens. Yeah, so, and then I did this some time back, if you guys remember. So I'm going through this today, make sure it's all organized. Got a little unorganized, so I'm going to go in and fix it. And I've got everything labeled, so I'm going to go through and make sure I want to keep everything, and yeah. So there you go. I'm doing good. All right. All right. Turn it back around. There we go. All right. As you can see, nothing professional about this YouTube channel. All right, you guys. So that's about it. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I think I'm going to do a YouTube video. We're going out to this, it's like an old people's restaurant. Well, we're not cooking. Now with everything else we've got going on, usually we make a really nice meal. But we're going to go to this old people's restaurant and order Thanksgiving dinner. And then we're going to go to Home Depot and get bubble wrap and some small boxes. And Macon is going to come and help me do some packing on Friday. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. So okay, you guys, Radical Gardener, from my garden to yours. May your garden always grow. Sending you a ton of love. Okay, goodbye.